Hello everybody, welcome back to Equestrianemmy, and in this week's video I'm going to be doing a Queensland State Champion in the School show vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. So we headed to States right after Rosewood show, and as you can see here, I'm just giving Queenie a little bit of grass. Now we put Queenie back in her stable and she's just having a drink. As you can see, she's splashing the water everywhere. And now Mum is trying to figure out how to work the lights. In the end, she finally got it. It took a while though. And Queenie is hungry for her dinner. We feed Queenie sen grain free as well as her sen oil, and it makes her so shiny. And I was trying to get Mum to be on camera. She didn't really want to though. Now we're just blowing out the float, ready to put all our stuff in later. Now, as I just said earlier, I'm cleaning out the float. So we put some little bit of water in it and I'm trying to brush it all out. And here's what it's looking like. I do not know why there's like a little green light there. It's kind of annoying. I think it's like a reflection or something. And I'm using a towel to wipe down all the wet so that it doesn't, like, the float's not wet when we put stuff in the back there. And the sunset was really pretty. And here I'm taking out the awning, which we always have to search for a video, and I think this was the first show we didn't. And Mum is putting the quilts on whilst I made the beds inside the float. And we were just putting a few things in here. We didn't want to put too much in whilst it was still wet, and I still needed to sort out some of the blankets at the top, but that's where I sleep. And we're having dinner. So this was a Saturday, so we stayed Saturday night all the way to Thursday. We were going to stay Friday, but we had to go to the Gold Coast for a holiday. Now we are doing some night check of Queenie. So you can see she's hungry and there's not many horses here yet. She said she's very hungry. And we're filling up Queenie's water so that she has water, and we ended up having to do 2 buckets. And I'm not sure what she's doing here. I think she's drinking. Yes, so she's drinking some water, you can see. And then we went to bed. So the next day we woke up, it was a Sunday, and we were having some breakfast, and we cooked, what are they called? Hash browns in the air fryer. And here I had to tie Queenie outside because Mum had to go do some jobs, so I cleaned Queenie's stable while she quietly and patiently ate her hay outside. And she was trying to get into the food. Yep. She was trying to be all innocent. She was trying to eat all of the food from the bag. Anyway, I continued cleaning her stable with my pink spade or whatever you call it. There, I caught her red-handed, but she just moved so I couldn't film it. And then she had to sleep because she said she was hard work trying to get into the food. Yes, her droopy lip. And then I took her on a nice relaxing walk to stretch her legs, as she had been locked in that stable for about a day and a half. So now I put all of Queenie's stuff outside, which I'll show you guys later. And now she's just going to relax for a bit, and then I'm going to ride her. And here is all my stuff outside the stable ready for our ride. And she is eating some more hay. And when I came back to ride her, she was asleep, as you can see by her lip. Now we're getting her ready, and she was wearing her water blue saddle pad and her cornet blue bandages, and she looks so cute. I absolutely love the way this velvet saddlecloth feels, so soft. And we just did some long and low to start with, to stretch all her muscles. And I was wearing bare on me, head to toe, so my bare aqua shirt, navy joddies and navy socks, so that it all matched, as I do love a bit of matchy. And she was an amazing girl. She was flicking her tail quite a bit because there were a lot of flies. And I absolutely love the way the saddle pad looks on her and this colour. It really pops. And even more trot. I thought this was going to be canter. Now it's canter. We've been really trying to get Queenie to go even more forward and holding it all together. And now what's she doing? She's eating. Yes, and she had a hose. Oh, and then we put some Epsom salts on her to relax her body. That's what all this white is. And I went white, and she absolutely loved her massage here. If you saw the video from my Instagram, she was like licking my arm and everything, but that's in like a different angle, so I won't put it here. Yes, she very much liked it. And now I'm bathing her, and we're letting her black shampoo sit to make her dark. And Mum is kindly plaiting Queenie for me, as my plaits aren't advanced enough for a state event. And she was using my new Hairy Pony products, and she said they were even better to use than what she normally used. And also, as you'll see soon, they stayed in so good overnight. They look just as good as they did now, if not better. So Mum's almost done plaiting Queenie, whilst I was doing some other jobs in between filming. And now it's Queenie's bedtime, and it was very windy, as you can see. And her eyes light up, it's so funny. Now, we went to bed obviously, and it's the next morning, and we're giving Queenie a lunch, and look how amazing those plaits look. So all those Hairy Pony products made them look amazing. And I actually got her going nice and forward on the lunch. She was still quite lazy, but she was a lot more forward than she normally is. We only lunge her to make her nice and supple, and also because it's good to spend less time on their back, so that it doesn't like weight on their back, it doesn't hurt them or anything. Now we were just warming up, ready for our class, and I didn't include my whole workout. As you can see, the video is about 10 minutes, and it would have been extremely long if I did, and it would have taken forever to upload. So here are just a few clips. So those previous classes of clips were from her hunter class, and this class is my rider class. So for my rider class, I picked my hands up a bit more so that hopefully I looked a bit better than in her ridden, because in the ridden I was just hoping for her to go nice and long and low and look very nice and soft. It's absolutely crazy to think that I've only had Queenie for just over a year and how far we have come in that short span of time. Now this last class was her lead. So for her ridden, she came 6th. For my rider, we tied 3rd, which I was so happy with. And then on a count back, we came 4th. And for our lead, we came 5th, meaning we got 5th overall. And I was so happy for Queenie. And a little fun fact, so I've been 5th at States for 3 years in a row. So in 2019 with Raina, I couldn't do 2020 as I broke my elbow, 2021 with Raina, and then 2022 with Queenie. And then we were just walking Queenie back to her stable, and then I just hung out with Dottie a bit. We talked, had some Dottie time. I did take her out of the crate. This was just for this clip. She was in there. My hoodie was having to dry as my brother got it very wet. And then she was having a sleep in her crate. And then we did a whole bunch of other stuff. Fast forward to dinner. Dottie's in her crate whilst we have our dinner because otherwise she would eat the food. And we had a fire there, as you can see. And we toasted marshmallows, and I took Dottie out of the crate and she was in my hoodie, but I forgot to film that. And we went back to check on Queenie, and she was asleep. How lovely. Lovely lip there. And then Mum came and cleaned her stable, and I gave Queenie some treats, which she was very keen on. And even more Queenie video. I did not realise I took this much. There's even more, but I did not include it. And then Dottie was excited after we came back from our showers, because we had to put her in here so that she wouldn't escape whilst we were gone, because that would be very bad. And I forgot to film it the other way, so this is just Dottie on Mum's bed. So we hang out on Mum's bed whilst I was watching my iPad and whatnot, because she's not allowed in the top bunk. And then it's the next day, and I was giving Queenie a lovely walk ready for our dressage. And we were heading over to dressage. And here is our little warm-up. So for dressage, I just completely lower my hands and basically give her the reins so that she can stretch down as much as she wants, as dressage is not exactly our thing, as we more focus on showing. And here are a few clips. So this was not part of my test. This was before I entered the ring, and I almost completely blew my test on that one, as I may or may not have entered the ring before the bell rung. And here's my next test. So the first test was the 1C, this is the 1B. And I was so happy with Queenie. Our goal when we were heading to States was just to get 2 scores over 60%. And we did that. We got a 62 point something and a 63 point something. So I was so proud of her. It's nothing more we can expect from a little show pony trying her hardest at doing some dressage. And we have definitely improved so much from when we first did a dressage test. And I actually got her going a nice forward trot in this test, which I was so happy for. And this is our little long rein. She could probably stretch down a little more if I gave her the reins, but I don't really like doing that because then I find it's a bit hard to collect her back up. Not that she does anything, it's just like when I collect the reins up, I don't really know where to put my hands. And here's a little bit of walk, and then we finished our test, and now we are walking back. And what's Queenie doing? I think she's having a sleep. Yes, Queenie then was having a sleep. She just had a wool on, so they still had to bath her, which I may or may not have filmed. I don't really know. I forgot to film a lot of stuff. Oh yes, this was after her bath. She was very hungry, she said. And then I rugged her and she said she was very tired. And here was just a checkup on Queenie. She said she wanted treats. So he tried to kiss the camera. And then I think it was later in the arvo or even at night, me and Dottie were just playing around. Yes, Dottie's very cute. She wanted to kiss the camera. So I think this is the arvo, as I can see some light outside. And now we did night check on Queenie. And then I think we went to the shower after this. Or to presentation. I can't exactly remember. Then it was fire time and Dottie was in my hoodie. And for dressage, we didn't come in any of the placings, but our aim was when we went in there to States for dressage was to get 2 scores over 60 and finish about midfield, and we did that. So I was so proud of her. There's nothing more I can expect from her. And here's Dottie sleeping on Mum's bed with me. She's so cute. The next day was Wednesday and we had all day to stuff around and do whatever we wanted, as we just had to stay as Mum was on the committee. So Dottie was sleeping on my hoodie, as you can see here. She hung out a lot. Then I took Queenie on a walk to stretch her legs. And she had some grass. And we had to put Dottie in the crate whilst I went and had an early shower ready for Dottie's very exciting night. Now Dottie was sleeping whilst I was getting her ready for her costume. So she's a bit of like a unicorn princess or whatever you call it. So I made it all myself, from the rug to the tutu to the bows, except for her harness and collar. And here was all the competitors. Here's Dottie doing her lap of walking, which she didn't really want to do. She was very adorable, and if you want to see some better photos, make sure to head over to my Instagram, equestrianemmy. And yes, she went to do the stables with me. So I held her. And now she was very tired after her big night of being a princess unicorn. So she had a nice lovely sleep. And she was playing with her paws. I don't know what she was doing. Now it's the next day and Dottie was rolling around being crazy. So we were originally going to go home on the Friday, but we decided to go home on the Thursday as I was starting to get a bit sick, as well as we were going to head to the Gold Coast to meet up with our family on the weekend, and we were leaving on Friday and we had to take the float back to Eurofloat. So Queenie is just, I don't know what she's doing, sleeping. And then I took her on a walk. I wasn't exactly sure what I did on this day. I didn't really feel much. Oh, yes. Then I rode her in our lovely rose set and my new top from H&H Equestrian, Hepton and Harlow. And I was going to wear pink socks to be even more matchy, but Mum said that was just a little bit overboard, so we dulled it down with some grey socks to match my joddies. And then we were putting Queenie's float boots on. So you can see she was very tired. Probably really wanted to go home. Only if we could talk to her little brain. I didn't realise I had so much video of Queenie. Then we were on the road home and Dottie's in the crate because we don't want her going everywhere in the car. And she had a nice sleep. I just didn't film that. And I had to talk to her because she was getting a little scared that I wasn't back with her. And Dottie was very, very, very happy that she was home in my bed and she was cuddling up in the pillows. She said she really missed that pink. Thanks everyone so much for watching this week's video. Please like and subscribe as it really does help me out. And I hope to see you in the next one.